Ukrainian Foreign Intelligence Service deploys its own units to combat zone. The Foreign Intelligence Service has formed several combat and technical reconnaissance units that are now operating on the front lines. Head of the FISU, Oleh Ivashchenko, stated this in an interview with the Ukrinform news agency. Over the past year, under Ivashchenko's leadership, the agency has undergone structural changes, including the creation of technical intelligence teams and combat units currently deployed in active combat zones. How did the situation arise? I was appointed last year, and shortly after, there was a threat of an enemy offensive in one of the directions. We sent the first 4 integrated technical intelligence teams, along with 2 combat units, to the front. That's how our combat history began, Ivashchenko said. The Foreign Intelligence Service specializes in gathering intelligence on the military and economic activities of foreign states. Direct combat is not part of its core mandate, but a special unit known as Rubin reportedly exists within its structure. Due to the nature of its work, the operations of the Foreign Intelligence Service remain classified. However, its personnel have reportedly participated in specific missions in eastern Ukraine since the start of the war in 2014. Following Russia's full-scale invasion, the service has been involved in uncovering Russian spy networks in Ukraine and abroad. Operatives have also taken part in special operations behind enemy lines, as confirmed by public references to the agency's role in eliminating senior Russian military commanders. With the war ongoing, the distinction between foreign and military intelligence has narrowed as both services work to counter Russian aggression. Meanwhile, the long-range drones operated by Ukraine's security service struck a key Russian defense industry facility, the Radega Design Bureau, Kyiv post sources within the security agency report. It was struck by Ukrainian drones that successfully bypassed air defenses protecting the Russian capital. The attack hit the plant's assembly and equipment workshops, both of which are currently on fire. The SBU continues to carry out high-precision strikes on critical enterprises of Russia's military-industrial complex, whose products are used as weapons in the war against Ukraine. Drone sanctions by the SBU against the technological rear of the Russian army will continue, a security service source told Kyiv Post. Kyiv states that it consistently only targets facilities linked to the Russian Federation's military capabilities, acting in accordance with its right to self-defense under the UN Charter. The strikes are aimed at infrastructure directly involved in supporting Russia's war effort, such as missile, drone, and weapons manufacturing plants. By focusing solely on military targets, Ukraine maintains its strategic and moral position in the face of ongoing aggression. Russia said it repelled a record-breaking drone attack overnight on Tuesday/Wednesday, destroying nearly 300 Ukrainian drones across multiple regions, including near the capital. The strike forced Moscow to close its major airports temporarily. The large-scale drone barrage came shortly after Ukraine endured the most intense wave of Russian airstrikes since the start of the invasion. Kyiv said Russia launched nearly 1,000 drones and missiles between Saturday and Monday, killing 13 civilians, including 3 children, on Sunday alone. Russia's defense ministry said air defense systems destroyed or intercepted 296 Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles. Earlier estimates put the number of drones at 145, but the new figure marks the largest single drone assault on Russian territory since the full-scale war began in 2022. Moscow Mayor Sergei Sobyanin said 33 drones were shot down as they approached the capital. In the wider Moscow region, Governor Andrei Vorobyev said 42 drones were intercepted across 12 municipalities. 3 residential buildings were damaged in Chekhov, but no casualties were reported. Meanwhile, drone operators from Ukraine's 413th Raid Unmanned Systems Battalion, part of the Unmanned Systems Forces, used FPV drones to strike components of a Russian Buk surface-to-air missile system. The video shows an FPV drone hitting a 9-310 M1 self-propelled launcher from the Buk M1 system. The vehicle was likely targeted during refueling, as a nearby truck appears to be a fuel tanker. One drone struck the radar, prompting the launcher to attempt to withdraw. A second drone followed and hit the missile guide rails, where the anti-aircraft missile engine is typically located. Another drone strike later targeted the 9S-36 radar, part of the more modern Buk M2 system. Both systems were reportedly hit with drones equipped with shaped charge warheads. The damage is believed to have rendered both installations inoperable, requiring full radar replacement.